What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nap Family Racing. Today I was underneath the car welding up that exhaust, cracking the exhaust that we had, and I'm not going to show you guys my welds because this was the first time I've ever welded off my back, and I did have to do a lot of welding left-handed, which is apparently something that I'm not very good at. I'm not an amazing welder to begin with. I can get two pieces of metal to stick together. Sometimes it's prettier than others, but this is, I'm not putting it out there for all you professional welders on here to give me a bunch of guff about. So that is been done. Got some weird flashing going on with these lights that I'm using. But with that, those lights really threw off my focus. What were we going to tell the people, Dylan? With that, kind of is going to lead us to the next part, which you guys will see another day, because I don't think I'm doing it today. We're going to start kind of fishing around a little bit, and I've got all of my mechanical gauges kind of set up on my workbench in the shop, little shop, and we're going to start going through and kind of figuring out how, where, which, find a way to run them in, and then I need to buy a sheet of diamond plate or a sheet of cut plate, or I might even use just some tin that I've got laying around and cut some holes to run the gauges in and mount that. So that'll be kind of what's coming next. And while I was down there, the bottom of the radiator was a little wet. It's not held in there professionally by any means. The radiator, the top radiator support is just zip tied across the car. That's something that I had not put any focus into previously, given all the other things that were demanding my focus for the car to run. So I'm hoping that it didn't get bounced around or something like that and have a crack in it, but even if it does, it's nothing that we can't address. I'm hoping that it's just something that's maybe still wet from being washed, but I doubt it. Knowing our luck. But good news is I can get a new radiator for this car for about 80 bucks. That was a fast yawn. So worst comes to worst, cut a couple zip ties, pull the old one out, drop a new one in, re-zip tie, or in all honesty, we're gonna find a better way to do it. Run some bolts, some self-tappers, rivets. We'll find something to make that connection a little bit stronger, because I don't think zip ties is the way to go for something like that. I mean, we did win a race with a zip tied down radiator, so hard to talk too much smack about the setup. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of gonna bring this portion to an end, and we'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, so it's a couple days later since the last portion of this video that you guys saw. Same location, just a little different. So all of my welding is done. While I was down there, I realized that when the motor was rocking forward against that, it actually disconnected the fan bracket from the radiator and pushed the radiator forward off the bracket. So the only thing that was actually holding the radiator in place was radiator hoses. I mean, we were so close to absolute calamity and still ended up outrunning the field by like a second. So I got that all fixed up. I got everything back where it's supposed to be. Everything's clipped in. Had to bow the bracket out a little bit to get it back to where it needed to be. But then work on the race car has kind of stopped because I think our new slogan is going to be the 3 Bs of racing, because that's what we've had to deal with so far. Well, that's what we're dealing with. Because last year, around this time, I don't know if some of you guys will remember if you've been around, kind of since the beginning of the restoration and rebuilding of this car, but we had birds that nested in the back of the race car, in one of the little little pockets. We had birds. Well, our season got cut short this year because I'm having a baby. And now our 3rd B is I can't move my race car trailer anymore to get it cleaned up and ready and jack it up and put new seals and whatnot in it and fix the sheet metal on the side, which I think is kind of causing part of the problem. I can't go do any of that because now there's a baby bunny nest underneath it. So now I've got that thing just wrapped up like it's Fort Knox so the dogs quit getting into it, because that's how we found them. The dogs were army crawling underneath the trailer going over there, and I mean, thankfully I've got dogs that don't tear a bunch of stuff up, and whether that's because we've had baby kittens and puppies and other small animals that have come through this house that they don't look at little animals as something that they can just chew on or whatever, because my wife would have lost her mind if those dogs would have wadded up those baby bunnies. But they're down there and they're just going ballistic, sniffing and licking. And so I'm like, no, we got to get them out of there. My first thought is that something's dead under there. And so we get them out of there, get them put inside. I hook the truck up to the trailer. I drag it forward a little bit. There's 5 baby bunnies just scattered in this little area. So I picked them all up, put them in a box, picked up some of the fur and loose grass and put it in the box with them so I could figure out what I should do with these things. I called 40, give or take, 10 rehabilitation and rescue places in my area. I don't know how those places stay in business. I'd say about 37 of them didn't answer and had full answering machines. And then the other ones were like, oh yeah, our phone doesn't ring on location, so you have to leave a message. And then once you leave the message, we'll get back in touch with you. And they send you a text message with a website of somebody else to call. It's like, what? What are we doing here? So I finally get a hold of this one guy, and I go, man, I just want these things out of here. I need to be able to move my race car trailer around. I need them out of here. He tells me wild bunnies rarely survive if they're taken care of by humans. So what I need to do is take whatever nesting material I still have, go out there and rebuild the nest, put them back exactly where they were. And this is the kicker: quarantine my dogs from the area. I don't know if you guys have dogs that once they get excited or fixated on something, that's all they think about. They know where those bunnies are. They know that they want to go over there and love on them and sniff them and lick them and just see them. So I go, hey man, I need to use my race car trailer. Can't you just come get these things? give them a foster mom or something. He goes, no, put them back. So, it was either, oh, and on top of that, he told me to put dental floss in some type of crossing pattern, and then to check it again this morning to see if the mom came back. Thankfully, the mom did come back, and I don't just have dying baby bunnies under there, because that would have been a rough one to smooth over. So the mom is still coming back, but now I just have 5 baby bunnies underneath my race car trailer. And I don't know how long they stay in the nest. I mean, they've got fur on them. They're like moving around a little bit, hoppity hops, but their eyes aren't really open. They look like, I mean, if they're anything like, you know, kittens or puppies or whatever, they look like they're at that point where the eyes are going to start popping open. But how long after their eyes pop open do they leave the nest? I need my dang trailer. So we've got birds, babies, and bunnies. 3 B's of racing. Over here at KO4. That's what you get. Back to race car stuff now today. We're pretty much ready to fire on all cylinders. Everything is pretty much done. I still haven't got my gauges figured out. I'm hoping today's Sunday. I'm exhausted. I haven't got a good night's sleep in at least 4 days. But I'm hoping to probably get all the gauge, at least get the bare minimum gauges hooked up on Monday. And then I can take a piece of tin that I have, draw circles the size of the gauges, cut those circles out, and mount them. But I mean, worst comes to worst, we just run the race with no gauges and hope for the best. So, but yeah, with that, while I was trying to figure out if the radiator was leaking or anything, kind of wiped away the spot that felt wet, and it didn't get wet again. Whether that's because the front end's jacked up or what, but something we'll keep an eye on. Just make sure that we keep at least water in the reservoir. While I was down there, I cleaned out the fins on the radiator, so I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we're 6 days away from race day, and I guess we'll be back on a U-Haul, probably. Not ideal for sure, but better than not going. So we'll drag this thing back up onto a U-Haul and get down the road and see if we can put it back in victory lane. We've got our new wrist struts. We've got our transmission leak solved. And a possibly cracked radiator that I'm hoping isn't. We've got a burnt up fan. We've got a brand new torque strut mount and bracket. New tires. No gauges. It should be fine. We should be good to go. Now if we can just get this rain to quit. It's rained every day for the last 4 or 5 days. And Rain wears me out. I don't know what it is about it. Might be the sound it makes bouncing off the roof, or just the fact that it makes outside look kind of bleak. That doesn't really get me fired up. But if we can get this rain to go away. I mean, it can rain up until about Wednesday if it has to, but from Thursday on, I'd like it if it cut off. Me and the wife went down, or I guess, yeah, went down to Huntersville this morning, picked up a stroller for the baby, and now I'm just trying to touch as many little things as I can around here. And I've got 2 spare tires, one universal like I run on the front up here, and one that is a race wheel, and I can plug that in on either rear tire or the front. So I felt like that was a fine amount to go with. I do have to drop the car, check the tow that's on it, just to make sure that when we got hit over on the right side of the car, it didn't jerk the wheel out of my hand or anything like that. I mean, it moved us for sure, but it didn't feel like it ripped the wheel at all. So I don't think we got hit in the tire at all. But I just want to check the toe on it and make sure that we're not way off. I looked around, and it didn't look like anything was bent. I mean, when I was driving it, the 2 days last week that I was driving it, nothing felt bent. Everything felt good, turned smooth. When it was straight, it was straight. So I think we're probably good, but check it just to really feel safe. And then once it gets a little bit closer, well, I don't know. It depends on what the temperature outside is. If we start getting warmer days again, I'll go ahead and probably Thursday do a mock set of my tire pressures, just so we're at least close when we get to the track. When I first mount brand new tires, I'll air them up way higher than what I'm going to do, and then leave them out in the sun, aired up, because that's going to stretch and it's going to expand them, and it's going to make the tire a little bit more pliable. It's going to, and then when you drop it down, it's going to have a little bit heavier of a belly, and it's going to let more of that tread sit down. I'm giving you guys my tire secrets. So I air them way up, and then I drop them way down to go on the race car. So they're still, juiced to the nines, but it's been kind of cold with this rain coming in. So I'm sure that they've fallen a little bit, but they're still going to be 20 pounds too high for what I would ever put on a racetrack, unless I was just interested in, taking the fastest line to the fence. So we'll give it a couple more days. We'll get the air pressure set, and if I get around to it, we'll mess with the gauges. If not, we'll just send it and hope. So that's kind of all I got for you guys, and yeah, until next time, we'll be seeing you.